They went.
So besides that, did you have any jobs that you were paid for, or the jobs that you did
Not
for
that
work?
I paid for, but I took up the Blue Cross course for attending to people if a bomb was dropped here. And I also worked the aircraft warning station that was down in Manoa here.
Can you explain to them what that was? Because they don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. There was a building there. It was small, and it had a stairway in it that led you up so that you were up high, and only one person could get up there. It was a strange shape. In fact, as you've got pictures of it over there. When you get over there, you can look it up and see. And it had to be manned 24 hours a day, and especially here, because the railroad between East Syracuse and Manoa was a direct route to the east coast of the United States. So we felt that if they ever got over here, we would be bombed. So we had to go and man that station 24 hours a day. No women were allowed to work at night. You worked a 4-hour shift. Nobody wanted Sunday afternoons, so this other girl and I, we took Sunday afternoons. And many times we worked there double shift because the people, they wanted a little bit of life too. When we were younger, we didn't have the responsibilities of a home and everything. So we worked a double shift, this other girl and I. And there had to be 2 people there instead of 1, because if one fell asleep, an airplane could have got in. And we were also taken down because this Captain Dutton used to come down. And one time when he came there, since it was 8 hours, we had a lot of apples here. I would take 2 apples over for us, and we'd set them on this little stove. During the winter, this was. There was a little stove, it was only about that high, a little pot-bellied stove that kept it warm in there. It kept it warm enough so it was comfortable. And we had to shovel the coal on and like that to keep it going. But I'd set the apple on the back of it, and about 25 minutes it would be able to turn it over and it would roast the other half. And he came there and he looked at it one day. He says, "How come you're roasting apples on the stove?" I said, "Would you like one?" The other girl didn't want it anyway. I said, "Would you like one?" He said, "You're kidding." I said, "No." He ate it. He came down more Sunday afternoons. It was amazing. But one day he said to us, "Would you like to see the other end of this operation?" He said, "You've been so good to me, I'd like to take you down and show you." I said, "Sure." So he said, "Is there a time when both of you could go?" And we made arrangements. He took us down, and I do not remember in what building it was. I was only, probably, I don't know how old. Anyway, we went down, and here was this huge room in the lower level. It was bigger than our gymnasium by far over in the school. And there was a great big table there, and it was a table of the United States of America. And they had these great big long sticks with a board on the end of it like this, and they had airplanes on there, and as they went along and got the messages from the aircraft warning stations all over the United States, they would push that airplane along. Now why they had that there, and there must have been others in case that one got bombed, I don't know. I didn't care. I didn't check into it. I wasn't interested in history at that point. But we got to see both ends of it. And that's how they guarded the United States during World War II.
Okay, first question was, who exactly was Captain Dutton?
He was something to do with I imagine the control of it. I imagine he had this area because he used to come down quite often and check on us. So I imagine that's who he was. But I never knew him other than Captain Dutton.
Okay, so you didn't know what his job exactly was?
No, but he did come down and check on us. And when he found out that I had baked apples on that little stove there, I mean, he used to come down more often.
Now you said he also took you down...
Down to Syracuse.
Syracuse is where it was.
I don't know what building it was, though. I wasn't interested in what building it was, and I never paid any attention. Didn't know what I was going to see to begin with.
Did you take a car down or the trolley?
He took us down in his car, in a government car.
Was this you and the other girl that you work with?
Yeah.
Who was the other girl that you worked with?
Pat Carhart.
She's still around?
Yes, sir. She's Pat Zappella now. She married Mr. Zappella, that was the principal of the elementary school. That's who she married, and she's still alive. She's still around.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Did you go to high school with her?
Yes, I did.
Were you the same age, or?
Yes, she is. She's a year or two younger, but it's only 1 year.
Do you know where the other watchtowers were located in this area or New York?
No, I don't. I know there was others very close around here, but I don't know where they are or where they were located. We were never told. When you went to the school to learn what to do, you had to go to school first and learn what to do.
Where did you go to school?
At school, in our school building. Or did we? No, we didn't go to the school building. I honestly don't remember. I never was asked that before and don't.
Do you recall what they taught you?
We were given a set of cards that had pictures of airplanes of various countries on, outlines, so that we could identify them by the outline of the plane as it flew around. But of course we had never seen any of them. But that's the only way that they could show us whether it was an enemy or whether it was our own planes.
Was the tower in this location more for the railroad, because of the railroad, or because of your closeness to possibly the airport?
I don't know which it was, but I wouldn't be surprised because it was because of the railroad. Because they felt if anything ever happened, if an airplane came onto the East Coast, we would be a good bombing target because it would stop all traffic all the way down the East Coast because the railroad lines ran all the way down. So it was bound and determined that they would probably hit the railroad yards if they ever got over here.
And was the tower right next to the rail yards?
No, the tower was at what was the end of Willard Street back then. Now it would be right at where the entrance begins to go into Edgerton Estates. There was no Edgerton Estates, that was all open field. And that was right at the end of what would have been Willard Street. Our only way of shipping on the East Coast. It was the main shipping route.
Do you know any other people who worked there, and are they still? Are there any other people besides the girl that you worked with who are still around?
I don't know. We never met any of the crew. I mean, except the ones that came when you left and when you got on. I mean, both of them, you met them then, but I didn't know them. But they were people from Manoa. I know they were here, but I was a kid. I didn't care who they were. I mean, I was only about 16, 17 years old when we were over there. So.